Trailblazer Poker Tour, brought to you by Texas Card House. Over $2 million in guarantees. First stop TCH Social Austin on October 16th through 28th. With 16 big events. The full schedule available now.
And with that, we welcome everybody back to Texas Card House Houston. It's Sunday Fun Day, and let alone Sunday Fun Day, it's also Bill Game here on TCH Live. Wes Tucker keeping you company throughout today's action. Again, it is rare we get to call a 1-2 limit game, but here I am. Looking forward to hanging out with everybody. We get a look at what's going on the felt here. Starts seven-handed today, some familiar faces, as well as some players back from the very first stream of the TCH Live Houston era. One of those players, John Carter there in seat number 7. We'll check in with him in just a little bit. But Nash with 5 tray offsuit, gonna bump things up. He's gonna make it 7 to go. Bill with the high-suited connector will stick around. So too shall Mamet. The flop comes 9, 6, 7, 2 diamonds. So double gutter for Nash. Open ender for Tom holding queen 8. Meanwhile, ace jack. Out front, now a couple of hands fold away, 15 the bet. And there's the 8 of diamonds. So hitting the straight is Nash. Tom ends up with second pair. Nash also with a diamond draw, but Tom gonna fold the 8 of spades after not improving at all, just picking up a pair. Nash able to take down our first pot of the show today. Again, it is a beautiful day here in Houston. It appears that fall has finally decided to rear its head, and we aren't dealing with the fake fall that the end of summer brings. But here's our lineup for the first part of our show. Nash in the 9th seat. High will take the 8. John in seat 7. Jay going to make his debut on Texas Card House stream platforms today in the 1 seat. TCH Bill in the 3. Mamet in seat number 5. That will round out our lineup, as we already saw Tom, who is filling the 6th seat today. So a couple seats open. Sure, they won't be that way for very long. Bill with 5-4 of hearts, going to make the call. Mamet with a suited gapper after Nash continues to be aggressive after taking down the last pot. So the flop we go, an 8 deuce board, 2 clubs. And as he should, Nash continuing to fire. He's going to chase Bill away, so too shall Mamet. So Nash, 2 for 2, 2 in a row to kick things off here. And again, if you saw the opening to the show, you know that Texas Card House is presenting the first installment of the Trailblazer Poker Tour. Over $2 million in guarantees. The first stop is going to be at TCH Social in Austin. And that's going to be October 16th through the 28th. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, again, that QR code, put it back up in just a moment, is how you can figure out just what's coming up with the Trailblazer Tour. Full schedule out now. Jay gonna wake up with Jacks. Jay with the Jays. Gonna make it 21 to go. Mamet suited and connected. He'll stick around. Nash is suited king. He's been running pretty hot the first couple hands. See if he can pick anything up here with the suited king. The answer, yes. He picks up second pair and a flush draw. Jay with a blocker, 2-set flush draw. Mamet connecting with bottom pair.
Waterloo for whatever reason. And then when Stephen F. Austin paid the ultimate price, they renamed
Nash sticks around, so 3 to the turn. There's a 10. Will improve nobody's hand. Checks through, and hitting a set on the river is Jay. Jay with a set of Jays. He is going to bet it. See if Nash gets sticky with a pair of sixes. Keep him honest one time. Answer, yes. Jay will table the jiggities, and Jay going to put a bit of a damper on the raging fire that is Nash in C4. But again, as promised, if you didn't get a chance to scan that QR code, there it is. And the Trailblazer Tour going to be at TCH Social Austin from the 16th of October through the 28th. Going to be a ton of fun up there. Looking forward to seeing as many of you as I can.
So where to next?
Head to Hawaii on Monday
Hawaii?
or Tuesday.
I have never been there.
And then head to Palau, Guam,
Oh.
and then to Japan for 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
Great time. We will be in. I'm going to.
You can go for a couple of weeks in Japan. Sounds pretty fun.
When?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? Just Oahu.
So I'm going to Wuhan. I'm going to bring back something for y'all.
Nash going to check his option with 6 deuce. And away we go.
Oh, really?
A little something.
Jack 7-4, 2 hearts. Mamet and Bill with a pair of 7s.
My wife's just from Wuhan. Yeah, we haven't been. We used to go every year to China, and we haven't been.
Okay, that's your favorite Jake's baby. I see. Yes, I
That's
see.
not my favorite
I
hand.
see what's going to
I
happen.
cannot.
Bill's going to pop Mamet up a little bit here. And he is going to find the fold. Wow.
Really not.
I had a better kicker too.
I can't wait to see that.
Or Jake's son.
I've been to Hong Kong many times. I've never gone to Macau.
But again, if you're looking for a way to get on the wait list for not only this show, but other shows in the future, not to mention the exhilarating action in the main card room, here's how you do it. Go ahead and scan that QR code on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen now and sign on through Poker Atlas. Again, whether your game is No Limit, Hot Limit Omaha, or even the mixed game crowd has found a home here at TCH Houston.
I don't know. I might pick up an outfit.
Kojak, bang bang for Tom, suited in hearts.
Have you been to Japan?
I have been only for a 24-hour layover.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Landed in Tokyo like at 6 p.m. Found a place to have sushi dinner.
Oh, nice.
And then went around the Shinjuku district until I just had no energy. Went to bed, hopped on a bus, and left. I didn't get to spend
So heads up we
time
go,
with
Queen 8, Kojak, and the flop comes up absolute bananas.
I mixed it up.
Owen! So this is actually a rare occurrence. Again, I touched on it a little bit, but I don't get to do the 1-2 shows very often. However, I was asked to come in today, and absolutely, any chance I get, I will absolutely come hang out with all my friends. Again, a lot of my friends are playing in this game. And a lot of them were excited to see me. They actually thought that I was going to be sitting and playing the game with them today. And they got really excited when I told them, no, I'm not going to be taking your money. Instead, I'm just going to be talking about you guys taking each other's.
We're going to Japan in the summer.
Good for you.
Probably June.
So it's a little warm, but it'll be one. It'll be nice anyhow.
Tokyo, Disney.
Oh, and here's hoping we can make it a pretty normal occurrence to have some commentary for these 1-2 games. Again, they may be some smaller stakes, some real stakes, so to speak, but there's still a lot of action in this game. I still tune in whenever I'm on the road, when I'm driving. I get a chance to watch some great 1-2 action. I'm glad everybody's going to be able to do so with me today, as Jay, after the jiggities, is going to look down at the ladies, and he's just going to flat with them too.
3 months somewhere.
But we got the Texas heads up, 6 players to the flop, and it's a 6-6 deuce board.
And then really deep dive into the
So high flopping trip sixes, Bill with the mighty 7 deuce offsuit. Flop bottom pair, but elects not to chase the bet.
It depends on what months you go.
Well, I would go during the absolute best of
And now the overpair against the trip sixes.
short-term rental that's
Mr. Dr. Batman, buckle up, folks. I'm on the way. I am looking forward to it, Mr. Doctor.
That's gonna be fun, dude.
The board is going to pair jacks, so sixes full for high, and now time to bet for some value.
Seriously.
How much?
40.
Immediately puts high on a jack. Really not an opportunity to put him on a jack the way the hand was played. Again, the way that High has played most hands so far, at least before the stream started, and the way he's played the first few hands on camera, he's not really speculating too much with nothing. He's not floating a lot just yet. But again, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong as the show goes on.
I hope you have some good tournaments lined up in December.
We do. We've got
Good.
here 3 weekends
Oh, good.
of big tournaments. Like the
Big time.
12 days to Christmas type thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Yep, that is true. More details on that are coming your way soon. Make sure you're checking the TCH Houston social media sphere.
I don't know what order of clubs.
Early of 25? Early in 25?
I
Or?
think it's, yeah, not as late 24, but maybe.
Get a chance to talk about what else is coming up here at TCH Houston in just a moment.
Like Rio Grande,
No.
Amazon,
That one.
what do you want?
5 o'clock.
I thought that flop.
No, 4.
No, I really don't do it.
Flop comes a Royal Diamond flop. Ace, Jack, King. All diamonds high. Looking for the elusive Queen of Diamonds for the Royal Flush.
From this?
From this hand.
Instead, the 9 will hit.
Could be. I like how you're starting to do that now.
You know, 6K may be a little bit of an overkill, Mr. Dr. Batman, but,
That's all you care
you know, if you want to keep it on the chair behind you, by all means, just come on in $300 at a time. I've seen someone whittle away at a 6K stack like that, about 300 at a time. 1-2 no limit is a beautiful thing here in the great city of Texas, great city of Houston, Texas. Boy, great city of Texas. Boy, wow, wow, wow.
How is your friend?
10 of diamonds will get folded, and Jay will take it down.
Royale cheese.
Royale with cheese. Queen 10 or
Small flush.
And as promised, here is what is going on here at TCH Houston.
Has a big tournament.
Introducing the Graveyard High Hands. That's right, from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., we're going to be giving away $500 in high hand money. So come on through. If you're a night owl, this is the opportunity to do so. All you got to do to qualify is hit a full house. It's not that hard. Hit a full house with a pocket pair, hit quads with a pocket pair, or have both your whole cards playing a straight or royal flush. We couldn't make it any easier on you.
Or put it this way, I am going to Vietnam. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. I already signed up on those Facebook groups that like there's usually travel people in there and they're advertising different things.
9 races
And
to
that's a
7.
good way to like get familiar with like where to go.
There's all kinds of YouTube channels of people who travel.
And now, Bill, Ace Jack of
Kind
Hearts.
of beer makes a difference. Like you said.
Big suited premium on the button. He's just gonna flat with it though after Nash led the way with his
It's just the waste.
connected but not suited cards. And he's going to continue with it. He's going to bet 10. Jay going to make the call. Bill will as well with the gutter to a 10 ball. Instead, the 7 of diamonds will peel off, which is actually going to improve Nash's hand. He does connect with a pair of 9s on the river, but Jay's pair of queens is going to be way good.
Fly.
The best hand pre-flop wound up in 3rd place of 3. It's a sick and cruel game we play. It really is. Meanwhile, we're running out of time in September. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's the last day of September. But don't forget about the time match promo. You buy $200, you get $250 worth of time. And every day in September, once per player. So still all of today and tomorrow to take advantage of this time deal. Probably going to have to indulge myself a little bit before I take off today. You never have too much time. I mean, especially taking advantage of time deals like that, whether or not you live in Houston. If you're at Houston when a deal like that's going on, take full advantage because that is going to roll over just to your Texas Card House membership. You can use it anywhere, apart from the Rio Grande Valley location, but ended up taking advantage of some time promos in Austin, and I'm all set for a little while.
First player picks in the dark.
Deuce of spades on the turn. Gonna put a 3-spade board out. Jay ends up hitting his flush. And Bill could have backdoored a 3-high flush, would have been absolutely obliterated by Jay's queen high.
King. Flush.
Get out of his way.
Jay takes it down. Again, Bill, an unfortunate river coming away with top pair, and he will pay off Jay. So Jay continuing to run hot here. He's run his stack up to just south of $500.
Too easy for him.
It really is a different feel than the Thursday night games I'm used to hanging out with y'all. Man, it's definitely a much more, I guess, relaxed game than it is on Thursday. But again, nobody bought into this game for $6,000 or $7,000 yet. Nash will make the range with ace queen. Bill sticks around with ace 10 in clubs. And looky here, it is a 2-club board. Bill with the nut plus draw. Nash with the queen of clubs as a blocker. And now 3 jacks on the board.
Terrible actor.
Bill with 14 outs, including chops, to the river. He does end up with a flush, but what a terrible board to have a flush
It
on.
reminds me of that.
That was great.
It reminds me of that.
Especially the first season.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
It's interesting.
I mean, between poker with your friends and football on Sunday,
Yeah, true crime.
that'd be a
I can't think of the
pretty
name of it.
great day. Really is. I mean, regardless of where you are, regardless of where you're walking.
Did you tell these ladies no professionals? I'm sorry.
There's a couple of nail biters already in the books today.
And, you know.
Matter of fact, the gentleman in seat number 1 was at the Texans game. They had just beaten the Jaguars by 4 points at home. It was a shaky game to say the absolute least, but
For the front door.
he did say he had a good time. I'm glad to hear that. And we're glad to see him make it right after a big Texans win. Bill just going to call with his premium here. Ace 10 offsuit. Again, we're seeing a lot more limping than we usually see on Thursday nights. We are playing smaller stakes, of course, but
Thanks, gives me the confidence. Maybe I should do it too.
Looks like the flop came ace tray 7, 2 hearts.
Back in high school.
15's in that.
Do not believe that is correct though. High. Gonna fold his option. Nash will stick around. It is 7 tray, 2 hearts. And now the board pair 7. So Nash with a superior 2 pair. We wait for the board to correct itself. He is going to fold the option this time.
Do they speak English?
He will show the tray for Jay. So again, Trey's fold.
Yeah, I'm supposed to pick him up today. I'm gonna text him right now.
A little appearance there from TCH Houston DM Alan Lee. And going with a fresh new look, dyeing the hair, bleaching it rather. First words I said to him when he walked in was, "How go things in the House of Targaryen?" Unfortunately, it was a wasted reference. He does not watch Game of Thrones as often as I do, but nonetheless, I gave myself a little pat on the back for it.
I'm gonna ask for a good change.
Just gotta bump it up.
They want to do it.
No.
I didn't say that. I said he's gonna ask for.
before the stream started.
I will never, but he's the evil.
I would never.
Ace Jack for high. He's just gonna flat here. Very interesting. It's always fun to observe the smaller stakes games after being so heavily involved in the higher stakes. He ends up flopping top 2 pair. Just seeing how much limping goes on. High gonna make a bet. Bet is 5. Jay gonna speculate. He'll make the call. John says no thank you. And away we go to the turn. A 7 of diamonds. Boy, Jake is really up here for Jay. No chance of catching anything anymore. And high with top 2 gonna check back. There's a queen. Let's see if this is gonna induce a bluff. It is from Jay. Raise coming in from high and immediately mucking is Jay. So quality check on the turn to induce a bluff on the river from Jay. Well played high. If you're looking for the next big tournament coming to TCH Houston, look no further. On Sunday, October 27th, starting at noon, it is a $300 buy-in, a $50K guarantee, a one-day $50K with 30-minute level, a $30K starting stack, and of course, unlimited re-entry. So make sure you come on through. It's going to be a spooky good time at that point of the witching season. New face going to join us in seat number 4. We'll get a name to go with that face momentarily. But Nash going to wake up with Big Slick on the button.
Bill, 12.
Head for Jay.
$11.
I'm not gonna look.
It's like Bill will stick around with his suited 10-7.
Wouldn't advertise. Just do it.
And away we go. It is a King 8-5 board, 2 hearts. So Nash drilling top pair, top
I
kicker.
posted you without your permission.
Gutter ball for Bill.
Who did that? Who posted that?
Me.
Meanwhile, Nash and Jay both with backdoor heart draws. Yeah, I've seen Nash play quite a bit now. I do know he's not the kind of person that's going to try and slow play a flopped top like that on a wet board. So good on him to take it down. Don't let the hand get away from you. Win the hand when you can win the hand, yes. Especially with a hand as volatile as Ace King.
Or 110. How much do you have? 100? 7?
You want more? These guys will give it to you. All of them.
106. J and J.
And will be MJ joining us in the 4 seat. We find ourselves 8-handed now, still 1 seat open. And we did see the name of Terrence Perez on the list.
Everybody, can you rescan your phone?
See if that ends up being the gentleman who fills the seat. Instead, no, looks like we're going to have
Seat 4, can you rescan your
another unfamiliar face joining us. So we will add a name to that face in just a moment.
Live stream.
6 raised to 12.
You're on
7
TV.
fours, 8 fours.
And away we go. Tom with the nueves, 9s.
6 raised to 12. 7 and 8 folded. 9 calls to 12. 1 calls to 12. 3, 4 fold.
So Tom brings 2 friends with him to the flop, Ace 5 and Queen Jack from Jay. And does wind up getting out-flopped by Jay in the process. Top pair with a queen. The pair of 5s. Nash gonna speculate. We go to the turn. 8 of hearts. And no player with a suitable heart draw to this point, as a 10 will hit the river. Kind of clubs, as a matter of fact, going to change absolutely nothing. Jay going to take this down with a pair of jiggities. And it looks like with that, we're going to have ourselves a dealer change. So don't go anywhere. We say goodnight to Miss Cat and welcome James into the box. And while we do it through the transition, we will step away back after this.
Blazer Poker Tour, brought to you by Texas Card House. Over $2 million in guarantees. First stop TCH Social Austin on October 16th through 28th. With 16 big events. The full schedule available now.
So we welcome James into the box. He'll take over the dealing duties again for all of those just joining us. It is Sunday Fun Day, Bills game. From Texas Card House, Houston, Wes Tucker keeping you company. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday. I hope everybody's team won today, although I know better than to think it actually happened, but one can be optimistic.
Cakes. Cakes are really cool, custom-made cakes. They look like the templates from the 10 Commandments. But they have
very interesting to seeing the Bill Hewer fan club hat come back out. And I remember after the second show that Bill played, John was sitting to his direct right as usual at that time. And John had decided that he was going to start the official Bill Hewer fan club, which to this day only has 2 members registered. That's himself and Bill Hewer. So if you're looking to get on that exclusive roster, I've got a number you can call. 9 Trey Deuce. Grant flopping the nut flush draw. Top pair for Tom. And everybody else with some catching up to do.
Party at 6, tournament at 7, and then just left from there. She'll probably be. She's got some friends coming in. One of them.
So Grant got to bet the nut flush draw. He's got 12 outs. We go to the turn. There's a 5. That's one of them. He ends up with the wheel.
That's not
So now he's got the second nut straight. He's got the redraw to the nut flush.
Her name is. I can't remember. I hung out with her when we were kids.
Wow.
50 to bet, and Tom gonna make the call to the turn, pardon the river, and the straight gets
Unless he got
a
married.
little dicey here, but he's still got it on lock.
Aces? 115 and a call.
And Tom putting them on aces, very interesting, but Tom moved all in, Grant snapped them off. And Tom gonna go felt.
Yeah, everything going.
So the first hand Grant plays, flops a monster draw, turns a monster, and rivers a bigger monster.
Sixes going to return.
Easy. That's an unlucky first buy-in, you know?
Yeah.
Eight.
It only goes better.
So Tom gonna
300?
buy back in for another 300. And we are slated for a 3-hour show this evening. So I can't help everybody's as excited as I am to see just how fast this takes off. It's been some good action so far. Again, never disappointed by the 1-2 no limit here in Houston.
7 folds, 8 folds. 15. No, it's 15. 1 and 2 folds, 3 folds, 4 Read the block. Check. Check.
Nash giving some love to the best starting hand in poker, the mighty 7 deuce. When that flops open-ended, 4 of spades to the turn. And no player holding a heart in their hand, a pair of 10s, leading the way for Tom. Mamet's going to make the call. Nash leading the way to the river we go. It's a tray of diamonds. So 2 pair for Tom. Nash going to ship it all in. He rivered an open-ender. And with 2 pair, Tom just going felt, a hand to go. Can he find the call here against this bluff by Nash? And Nash wasting absolutely no time. Tom does make the call, so he's able to get a little money back. Tom with 2 pair.
Good bet. Oh, good program.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy 7 deuce bluffs on the Thursday night show. I am glad to see they are still a trend in the 1-2 games as well. Unfortunately for Nash, not able to get that one by 2 pair, but beautifully played by Tom. He's able to get some of the money back. We take a look at player VPIPs. Again, Nash has been the most aggressive player at the table. He's in 88% of the hands played so far. Meanwhile, with the sample size of 17 hands, it looks like the lowest VPIP is going to be John in seat 7. So the Bill Hewer fan club needing to turn up the heat a little bit there. And Bill's doing his job. He's at 65% of the pots so far.
Just so you take home more money than everybody else, it doesn't really matter.
As good friend of the show, the 2-5 game, Brian Teal likes to say you lose 100% of the pots you are not in. Which explains why his VPIP is consistently in the high 70s in the 2-5 game. But looky here, the player with the lowest VPIP gonna find aces.
22.
And he's gonna make it 22 to go. And especially in a higher stakes game, this is gonna get called maybe with ace jack or better. But of course, this is 1-2. Mehmet wants to see a flop. So too does Jay. And away we go. Aces against 6-4 off and ace-8 off. And it is a jack-high board, jack-4 tray. So connecting with a pair of fours is Mehmet. Jay drawing to a mere 1%. As John going to continue for 45. Oh my goodness, Mehmet gonna ship it on a pair of fours. We know the snap is coming in from John. It's like the formality of making the count right. There it is, snaps them off with aces. And to the river we go, the 7 of clubs. Boy, that run out got ugly. But a pair of fours, no good for Mehmet, as John will take down a good pot with aces.
You said poker star?
I said poker star.
So Mehmet gonna have to fire another bullet as well. Again, this may be 1-2, but they are definitely willing to get their chips in the middle. Love to see it. Very entertaining so far.
No way. I'm gonna make you sorry.
You often do.
He asked for it, right?
Good comeback. You're not sorry yet, but you're gonna be sorry.
It's he who laughs last longest, right?
We'll count our laughs at 7:30.
That's right.
Straddle 5.
And King Deuce for Nash. Looks like he's going to straddle here. Again, the live straddle is to $5 at the 1-2 game. Jay going to make the call of suited jack. MJ with a similar holding,
3, 12, 4,
but saying no thank you.
and then calling 7, calling option.
King Deuce for Nash, and 4 players will see the flop. King, King, 10. So Nash with the king and a mighty duck ends up out flopping everybody.
Is it on me?
Yes. 15.
And it looks like,
Sorry. My bad.
well, it looks like Bill is still in the hand. We wait for everything to even out here. Here we go.
Don't care about the money.
We got Bill in there with ace high still.
Head looking.
And now another 10. So King's full, and to the river we go. It's an ace. So Bill comes away with top pair. So aces and kings with a 10 is Bill's hand. Nash with kings full.
I think he has.
Again, wanted the ace, got the ace, but can't make a big call. He'll show the mighty duck.
Now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble.
Bill cannot wait for this video to come out.
With the deuce hanging
55-minute
loose,
mark.
Nash takes the pot down.
This might be the last Sunday game ever. So, he doesn't get the right. So.
Bill, I was going to ask you, do you know where this came from?
What is it?
Yeah, don't forget to mark those calendars. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop at TCH Social in Houston. And that is October 16th through the 28th. So if you haven't made plans yet, these couple weeks of poker are going to be electric at the newest location in the Texas Card House family.
do political moves.
If you haven't had a chance to visit TCH Social Austin just yet, you have missed out, my friends. You really have. It is a beautiful room, fantastic food, and the staff, just like across the board at Texas Card House, absolutely top notch.
Oh, okay.
I have a feeling it's from Texas.
But it doesn't say Texas Card House, it says something else like
Texas
social
Social
card.
Social Clubs in Texas. It was a group effort to get some legislation.
I think I got
How'd that work out?
2021 and 2022.
Good,
just
you can blame Legends for that.
Oh.
Oh,
35.
sorry.
Seat open. Easy money. Is there a seat open? No.
Take a quick look at some player stacks and earnings. Grant right now, the big stack up $248. Jay up 204. John up 136. High up 108. Meanwhile, it's Mamet and Nash at the opposite end of the spectrum. Mamet with the honor of throwing the party thus far, down about $345. So again, still plenty of show for him to make it up, but we also know that this game is going to roll long after the cameras stop rolling themselves.
I should have got the turn.
Become just a normal part of the 1-2 no-limit action in the main card room after these cameras stop rolling. So if you're looking to play with some of the friends you see on screen, come on by. Plenty of opportunity to do so here.
3 calls, 4 calls, 5 calls, 6 calls.
So much.
Little ace-jack suited action for John. He's going to bump it up to 17.
I gotta pay for the vaccine.
Jay with an unsuited big lick. He'll stick around. Bill, 5 tray, a natural 8.
COVID vaccines, whatever.
As we go to the flop.
Just get their health insurance number.
And looky here, he flops a pair and open ender. Is Bill.
Service place.
Meanwhile, Jay with top pair. John Carter with 2 big cards, whose suits do not match the board, by the way.
40.
Bill gonna bet his pair and open ender.
Enticing.
Makes it 40 to go. John,
No.
not able to continue with that holding. Meanwhile, Jay
Jay's gonna punish.
will stick around with top pair. He's ahead for now. Bill with 8 outs to the turn. It's a jack. Boy, Carter will hit that jack on the turn. So Bill with the same 8 outs, and he's going to continue to be aggressive. He's going to bet 100 at it.
No draw for you.
I don't have a concert. Nice blow.
Talking about it.
See what that is later.
I'll let you see one card.
What do you show?
One card.
Oh.
3-7? No. 2-3? No way.
The big cards aren't working. I gotta play the small cards.
That's what she said. That's disgusting.
Oh, 3-2 hearts.
Why couldn't you put me on 3-2?
3-2 hearts right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why you couldn't put me on 3-2. That's a perfectly good hand. You know, if it's small, you're gonna win
It was
it.
not a 3 long.
No.
Did 3 heavy beat?
No. Absolutely.
No, there's 4, 5, 6 out there.
Was there?
Yeah. He showed the you showed the 3, right?
So your other card was a jack?
Actually, 3.
Gosh, you guys are gonna hate me on this one.
You would never fold that.
A jack. Let's walk a straight. What are you gonna do? That's why I play the small cards sometimes.
Doesn't hurt. You either get it or you don't.
Yeah, you either get it or you don't. You don't have to, like, Ace Jack, I've lost more money than with Deuce 3, Deuce 7, all those kind of cards.
Check. Heads up.
The new TCH dealer wear right there. With the microphone in there. Some of the players a little.
He didn't even have his favorite team shirt on. Notice everybody else has
What I do?
the jersey.
Jersey.
20.
He's from St. Louis. So they don't have a team anymore.
Nobody to root for.
And the Rams, that was super neat.
Texans fan.
There you go.
I need a cool player to get a jersey from though. Thank you. I haven't figured out who's
Who you gonna get?
I don't know who's my style yet.
I don't know. Are you an Andre Johnson kind of guy, or J.J. Watt kind of guy, or C.J. Stroud kind of guy?
We gotta go current because I wasn't here for JJ.
Those are the glory days.
Those are the. I don't know about the
They were better than these dudes.
Played with scratching over there.
I know there's DJ and.
There was a little booger on.
Oh man, look at James just shooting darts.
Put that out right over the live stream. Got boogers on each other.
These are actually better than most throughout the city.
They're the best.
They're the best.
Like, I want to know if there's like some sort of coating because
There is.
Yeah, he's got a chip in his head.
There's the 17. Is this the
nasty
Neuralink?
ones in this.
He's got the Neuralink. It doesn't always help.
And sorry about that. I had to step away for a couple minutes. Again, MJ with 7-5 offsuit here.
I'm great.
Under the gun.
Your wife unscrambled all the time.
We wait for the computer to catch up here. There we go. Mamet King Queen suited. And he's going to omit the veil entirely. No? Okay, wow. Looks like the computer put them all in for a second. Jay with Ace King.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Just going to flat here. On the button with Ace King. The flop comes Jack 6-5. Again, this is an interesting spot because Jay, with a 3-bet here, can take the reins on a lot of these dry flops like this. And now a queen hits the turn.
Watching monsters on
So Mamet able to come away with top pair, gutter ball to a 10. Instead, it's the harmless deuce of hearts.
Watch Emily and
So Mamet gonna go for some value now on this river.
finished Emily in Paris. We're watching Ordinary Joe.
Gonna make the call. Just getting a little sticky there. With Ace King, makes the call to keep him honest, I suppose, but Mamet drags
you
the
like
pot.
the true Hollywood murder stuff?
Oh, you mean Steve Martin and those guys?
No. Like stories that
On
are
the
about
river
crime,
should be
true
different.
crime stories.
And again, don't forget, refer a friend, get rewarded. The new member you bring in is going to get a monthly membership and $10 in free time, and you, just for bringing them in, will get $20 in free time.
Just watch the
Again, it's funny, the poster looks exactly like 2 of my friends back in Nevada. I sent them this picture, and they sent me a picture back in the same poses with the same smiles, wearing glasses and hats like this, and I cannot unsee it. It is absolutely uncanny how similar they were.
Watching that other show, Low Potential.
Dr. Odyssey, that wasn't bad.
Is that good?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
They advertised the heck out of that.
Yeah, they did.
How are you, sir? I'm good. No, not right now. Thank you.
15? 1 raises to 15.
He's thinking about it, but I don't know what I want. I'll come back. Thanks.
Ace-9 suited in diamonds for Jay. Gonna make it 15 to go. John with pocket 10s. And this is a spot where I want to see John come away with a 3-bet.
60 goes.
And he does. He'll make it 62 to go. Glad to see it. Mamet may just get sticky with any two cards here. Again, we know that John's not going to be 3-betting too often. We know that he's going to be 3-betting pretty much just premium hands. He's not going to get too far out of line, but Mamet is going to go ahead and elect not to chase with the clean diaper, trade deuce and hearts. So ace-9 against pocket 10s, heads up.
$2 more.
Don't forget the 2.
One for you, sir. For you too.
Flop comes ace, jack, trade. So Jay getting sticky with his ace-9, does flop top pair and a backdoor diamond draw.
62.
John gonna stick with the same bet. He's gonna make it 62 to go. Jay makes the call. And the last thing Jay's going to want to see is more paint on this board. Carter has got to keep barreling. The 6 of spades peels off, and John's got a spade in his hand too. He's got to keep firing here.
I'll check.
Checks over to John, checks right back from Jay to the river. The board pairs 6s. So again, John missing the opportunity, I think, to take this pot down. And now on the river, he'll bet 200. I mean, Jay at this point has got to just be having the inner dialogue of, is my kicker good at this point? He's got to put John on, say, another ace. The question is, are we chopping at this point with the jack? Does he have something like ace-queen? Could he have a awkward 6x holding or even 2 spades to boot? It was an interesting slowdown and then a big bet on the river from John. I mean, with so many different kind of ace-x holdings, you're chopping. But again, John is the pre-flop 3-bet. And he is going to fold. Wow, and it'll show the ace of diamonds in the process. John gets one through. Table image working to perfection.
Very good.
Oh, no.
Very good.
John Carter, you're improving.
Yeah.
You're getting better.
I meant my eyes were still closed the whole time.
You're
Why
getting
check the
better.
turn?
The secret.
I'm surprised.
I know.
If he would have had the flush, if he checks the flush to you, then you get check raised. Then you know where you stand there. I don't think he calls after the turn bet. But he realized you weren't that strong and took advantage. He said, "Come here, little boy. I got some ice cream for you." Took full advantage. Took his ice cream.
It's a tough call.
It's a very tough call. That's why you put it in.
3, 4, 5, 6. Checks. Oh, wait. Checks. I thought you said 6 down there. I thought you said somebody bet 6.
I don't know about that. I'm not 12 floor on that one.
Yeah, me too.
I got slow hands.
Oh, I'm not in the habit.
I got slow hands. Check.
I'll stick with the rules.
$5 from somebody. 9 folds. $5, please. 1 fold. 5 folds. 6
Rebel Poker in the chat. When will the structure be out for the Austin stop of the Trailblazer Tour Series? I've got good news for you. It is out, and I will post the link to it in just a moment, as we have 3 competing flushes now with the 6 of hearts hitting this turn. I mean, Mamet, the only player that can beat high at this point, and he's going to need to catch the 5 of hearts. He's got 1 out.
I may get a big flush.
Tom's going to take it down. Wow.
Let me play Bill's range.
Good thing you didn't do that in front of the phone.
That's the range I'm playing.
Not what I was expecting at all.
You gotta loosen up.
But here it is, Rebel Poker. Here it is. Scan that QR code in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and that will take you to the official site for the Trailblazer Tour. Again, the first stop schedule has been posted. It'll start at TCH Social in Austin, the 16th of October.
But I'll pass it
Just a
along.
couple
Danny?
weeks
I'll pass it
away.
along to West
Well,
Point.
everybody's as
Danny,
ready
I'm
and
sorry.
as excited as I am. Boy, oh boy.
What's up, Counselor?
It's okay. They're talking about West Night.
Good, how are you?
I was telling Danny they're talking about West Night. So he has.
Yeah,
he has
I'm talking about you, Dan.
None of
Danny coming?
No, he's just
recording. Oh,
just putting the button, pushing the buttons.
There's no,
that was the guy I was
not enough money in this game to comment on.
One race to 15.
Millions of people gonna watch this.
What would you say about this game, about these players? What would you
James'
say?
mom is gonna tune in.
What would you say? Where would you begin?
James' mom will tune in. Everyone's mom.
My mom's definitely watching.
Is she?
Yeah, she always watches.
Hey, she needs to play.
Oh, actually, no, she's not watching. She went to play in the spring today. That's right. Probably watching.
Gotta get ready for next Saturday.
It's like Smudge in the chat too. Can't make it today, but I've been back on these Friday streams. Again, Smudge, it looks like you're at this point you're just avoiding me and the Catman at this point. But Smudge saying the Catman's been hiding? No, absolutely not. He's in the main card room right now.
9th or 10th.
So if you're looking for that chance to put your money where your mouth is, Smudge, the Catman is waiting for you. So we take a look at player V-pips there. We'll check again. Interesting, Rebel. Interesting. Let me take a look at that.
I kind of want to leave. If you were leaving on Tuesday, then I'd definitely leave the same day you're leaving. Meet you at the airport.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We're taking that early flight to San Francisco.
Okay.
So early.
And then to Beijing? Or
And then Shanghai.
Yeah, that is early.
And then you got like an hour in San Francisco to catch the flight.
That's just enough time to get a bread bowl and a glass of wine.
And yes, so it is available, Rebel, and the website is events.texascardhouse.com/Trailblazer Tour. Matter of fact, if you Google Trailblazer Poker Tour, it's the first thing that comes up, and the structures and the schedule is available on that website. Whereas it comes for structures, I don't see a structure sheet out just yet. But as soon as we have one, I'll make sure the whole world knows about it.
Business class 2 or 3 times this year.
Yeah.
And to answer that question, Smudge, it is a very rare occurrence. I was asked to come in today, and glad I did. It's been a very entertaining 1-2 no limit game, to say the absolute
That's
least.
business class.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping
The
for.
second best thing.
Yeah. I think there's a middle seat between us that's empty. I think. I need to double check.
You take the bookend seats?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do.
Hey, give it a shot, you know.
Oh, from C1. Okay, yeah. No, one's a straddle. 2, 3, and 4 fold. 5 calls. 6 and 7 fold. 8 calls. 9 is fold. And the option checks.
6 tray 6, the flop, 9 of diamonds to the turn. So Jay with a flush draw to this point. Not to mention flopping trick trays in the process. Mamet with a pair of 6s. Like he'll stick around. Meanwhile, High, with what he can view as second pair, will make the call. And all 4 players are gonna see the river. To the river we go, and it's a duck. The mighty duck of hearts. It's the river. With that, Jay has the board on lock. It checks through. He is gonna just check to see the, yeah, I guess straights got there. There's still a flush out there. Trick trays are way good. Jay takes it down. That does conclude the first hour of coverage of today's 1-2 no limit action. Again, Wes Tucker keeping you company throughout tonight's frivolities. It's Sunday Fun Day, Bills game on TCH Live.
Pennies. Good button.
Good Wednesday. Wednesday 8.
What's happening? Having a good time?
Great time, great time.
Anybody want to stand up by any chance?
I'll stand up for $300. How about you?
Yeah.
$300.
Anybody less than that?
$2.99.
$2.99. That's how good this game is.
Right.
I'd be losing money if I gave you the seat for $300.
That's unfortunate.
I know, I don't want to lose money.
Well, if anyone changes their mind, let's go now.
You got it.
Call 2. 5. 6 raises to 12.
Oh, I checked. I'm sorry.
Take a look at some of the showdown numbers here. Grant has shown down the most hands at 50% of the hands he's played so far. Meanwhile, Tom, the highest OG, with the 29 hands to count from. At the opposite of the spectrum, MJ has yet to show down a hand. Very interesting. I'm always curious to see just how the stack size trends for the player who is not showing down any hands. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It may just mean he's getting the job done by betting everybody out of the pot. Nash with Jack 9 off suit, gonna bump things up. He'll make it 10 to go. And he does end up flopping open-ended with his Jack 9. Top pair for Jay, Bismal kicker, however. Bill and Tom sticking around. Tom not with his backdoor diamonds. We go to the turn, and now Queen Trey turns into 2 pair. From kicker problems to 2 pair, just like that. 5 of hearts on the river, inconsequential.
2 pair.
Checks all the way through, and 2 pair will drag the pot. So Jay continuing to trend in the right direction. Again, came into the game red hot and is continuing to burn with the same intensity. So that's going to bring about another dealer change. So we say goodnight to James and welcome Joel into the box. And while we do so, we shall step away, but don't go anywhere. Plenty more action on TCH Live after this.
Blazer Poker Tour, brought to you by Texas Card House. Over $2 million in guarantees. First stop TCH Social Austin on October 16th through 28th. With 16 big events. The full schedule available now.
Question, and then he proved himself. Twice he proved himself.
Okay. And so Joel will take over the dealing duties. Yeah, thanks again to everybody spending their Sunday evening with us, an early evening. Second game of the day is just about wrapped up, and we're going to be done just about in time to catch the Sunday night football game. So again, for everybody who's avoiding football and watching poker, you are to be commended, my friends. Again, Wes Tucker keeping you company throughout tonight's action. Rebel Poker going to the first stop. Excellent. Yes, me too, my friend. Me too. I'm planning on hitting as many of these stops as I can. I mean, to the opening event, too, it's a one-day 100K for a $360 buy-in. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful tournament. And if you're looking for meal recommendations at TCH Social Austin, I fell in love with the Cajun salmon. Oh, it was so beautifully cooked. Beautifully done. If anybody from TCH Austin is listening, you guys have done a damn fine job up there. Looking forward to many trips back. I enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to enjoying it again. Trey of Spades to the turn, not going to help anybody. King High, still a monster, but Grant decides to come out of hibernation for it, and he will take it down.
Thank you.
Who's the night game tonight? Who's the night game? Anybody know?
I'm not sure.
We can look at our phones.
I know.
Unfortunately, I can't check my phone.
Thought somebody might know.
Tim and Alice.
The listeners at home are screaming right now. Who's playing?
Oh, the millions of
Just can't hear. Millions, yes.
Keep 9 added on. We got a $5 straddle. How much folds? 9 calls. 1 calls. 2 throws. 3 raises to 16. 4 folds. 5 calls.
Yeah, definitely so. The main event's going to be a good one too, Rebel. Definitely so.
4 players with a call.
And if I'm remembering it correctly, which usually I am, not to toot my own horn here, but again, $1 million guaranteed main event. It is going to be a fantastic tournament, and it's an $800 buy-in for $1 million tournament. It is going to be absolute pandemonium. I cannot wait.
3 players in the turn.
And over $2 million in guarantees. Again, the first big multi-play tournament is a $500,000 guarantee for $400. So again, there is value coming out the yin-yang of these tournaments. My goodness.
3 folds.
You want to look? Yes, that
Not to mention plenty of satellite opportunities as well.
It should be this one.
Like some mega satellites. Don't know if we're going to have any yet, but we will have some milestone satellites to boot.
It wasn't enough because it was a crazy.
So whatever your satellite taste is, we got a little bit of something for everybody with the Trailblazer Tour stuff. Man, even a one-day 50K for $200 on the 27th. Wow. I'm getting more and more excited just looking back over the schedule, and right afterwards, the next month, the 13th of November, the Trailblazer Tour is going to find itself in spring. That one's going to feature a $500,000 guaranteed main event.
I call your 20 and
The Rio Grande Valley, the day after Christmas. Oh boy, my holiday travel schedule is filling up.
I was just protecting my big blind.
4 calls.
Like you're doing now?
Oh no, that was my straddle. Now it's my big blind.
4 players.
Sorry.
Get your story straight before you start telling fibs.
1 bet step.
Why not?
2 calls, 4 calls, 5 calls. 4 turn.
6 of diamonds on the turn. Nobody holding a 5 in their hand. So right now, a pair of ducks is leading the way, and it looks like he's going to get this bet through. 100% he is, yes. The Mighty Ducks doing what they do best, taking down the big pots. That is true. November, Jacksonville, WPT. Yes, yes, yes. That is on my schedule as well, Rebel. Rest assured, my friend. Rest assured. But of course, come December, I'm going to disappear for a week or so for the WPT World Championships. Cannot miss that. It is a fantastic celebration of the game at the end of every year.
That's awful.
8 folds. 9 folds. Yes. It's $5. You gotta stop.
Oh, sorry. Didn't hear that.
1 calls, 2 folds, 3 raises, 4 calls. 5 calls. Oh, 15, sorry. 6 calls. 7 calls.
Okay, I promise I'm gonna fold next one, okay?
Kind of priced me in there.
I'm saying the same thing.
Texas Poker at its finest. 5 players to a flop. It is a 10-6-5 2-diamond board.
5 checks. 6 checks.
$6.
Leading the way right now is the pair of 6s.
3 folds.
Yeah, you see, Rebel, I am on board with you 100% there. It's interesting because a lot of the tournaments, especially some of the bigger tournaments that we play in the summer in Las Vegas, I mean, the day ones are 14, 15 hours long. That is an absolutely grueling day. And then you got to come back 7 hours later. You don't even get 4 hours of sleep. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll get 4 hours of sleep. It is absolutely insane. It's why I've become a lot more selective with the multi-flight tournaments that I've been playing as of late. I mean, even the big like one-day tournaments, I have a lot of issues playing in them because, yes, I'm a stamina player. I can play the same tournament for days on end. I do it every summer with the main event. But it's just, when you're playing 15, 16-hour days back to back to back in the same tournament, as a matter of fact, it is just absolutely grueling. And not to mention, yeah, you got to contend with dinner breaks too. Sure, you get your breaks, but still, you're going to be in that big ballroom for 15 hours just to play through level 22 in some cases.
Tournament next Saturday?
Oh, neat.
No, I'm not working.
I can handle an 11-hour poker day. I really can. But you add in all the breaks, including a 75-minute dinner break, it turns into an insanely long 15-plus hour day. Factor in hand-for-hand play. If you have to on the bubble, it just makes it that much longer. Especially when you've still got, 90 tables going in a tournament where you had 5,000-plus entries. You're on the bubble. You still got a bunch of tables to get through. The coordination, again, I'm working as a tournament director too. I can completely sympathize now with the struggles of keeping everybody in line and making sure that everything happens in order. As Jay's got himself kings with the nut king to boot. And he does hit his flush on the river.
Are you sure? No.
And a terrible run out for Mamet, who ended up flopping second pair, but the kings are way good for Jay.
And his face couldn't mess up.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was only 20.
Well, I really went off into kind of a, what really grinds my gears segment, but there it is, it's out there. Take a look at the player stacks and earnings. Jay, the big stack on the table, just south of $750. He's up $451 so far on the day. Meanwhile, Nash and Mamet at the opposite end of the spectrum, they're throwing the party.
$5 straddle.
You see, I can still do 10 hours. I can still do 10 hours. That is more than okay. Way more than okay. 10 hours is absolutely fine. The issue is, let's say we're playing in a big WSOP event. That same tournament, we're going to be playing till level, what is it? Hour-long levels. We're going to be playing till, yeah.
2 raises to 20.
Yeah, we'd be playing at least 16 levels day one. So that'd be a 16-hour day just to make it through day one. Boy, oh boy.
Got 3 players to the flop.
That's why I look forward to the main event every year. You play your 4 levels for that day, and then you're done.
1 checks, 2 checks, 5 checks.
Flopping a set of 7s is Grant. And he has this completely locked down. Nobody can catch up to him.
2 raises to 65, 5 folds, 1 folds.
My second pair was good.
Thank you.
First weekend in November, go play the $100,000 blackjack tournament in Vegas.
Oh man,
At the
fun.
Nugget. The Nugget. First place, 50,000.
Where's that?
The Nugget, Vegas. First weekend.
Is there an entry fee for those, or is it?
It's 500, but your first one's comp. Sometimes you get 2, depending on how your comp status
You can
is.
fire like multiple bullets?
Yeah.
I've never.
And then they have what they call super revise also on the final day. Basically, they get you a chance at the final table. It's still $500, but you can get in. But you have to make it to day 2. You can't do it if you got knocked out on day 1. It's kind of weird, but it's interesting.
Super cool.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I have a good time. 15.
1 makes it 15, 2, 3,
I went 2 years ago and
4
placed
folds,
3rd.
5
Got
folds,
36
6 calls, 7 folds, 8
for free.
folds.
It didn't cost me shit.
Fun.
I'll be out there next week.
Yeah.
9 folds.
Raising the action is Jay with ace queen offsuit. Tom sticking around with ace jack. King 7 suited
So much fun.
will also hang around, and King 7 gonna outflop everybody. But story is short-lived as Jay ends up hitting a queen on the turn. And to the river we go, heads up, it's an ace. Oof. As if the queen was up, Jay has him completely locked now with top 2. High gonna bet. Here comes the min click. High. Is he gonna pay him off here? The answer is no. So Jay takes it down. Talk about a slick way to min click 2, a bet in each hand
Good
out
fold,
at the
I don't know
same
what you had.
time.
Good fold.
There's some swagger there. If we take a look at the VPIPs, Jay has the highest VPIP with 37 hands at 83%. Wow. And I remember the Catman telling me when he was going to have a low VPIP, ends up with a VPIP about as high as Jay does. But again, he's doing it routinely. I'm glad to see Jay just having a good time in his live stream debut here on TCH Live.
They will be there. They will be the last thing that leaves that club.
I'll tell you what, the pumpkin spice Oreos are pretty darn good. If you like Oreos.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Big one? Yes? Okay.
Tom, go ahead. Scan your cards. Thank you. 2 folds, 3 calls, 4 folds, 5 folds, 6 calls. 8 raises to 25.
It's funny though, my grandkids, their like favorite thing to snack on, which my son found in some obscure truck stop.
High with Jack's gonna bump it up, make it 20 to go. Tom with ace 5, no thank you. And we know John, he's not making this call with Jack 5 offsuit, a smarter player than that. And on we go. And High.
And I guess that's not
I know, he's gone.
Able to get one back after firing a blank on that last river. Oh, there it is, Rebel. Okay, so it's a 200K. Day 1 is 7.5 hours. Okay, that checks out. That checks out. Definitely a good structure there. It's a lot more like the day 1s we have for the multi-flights out here in Houston. I mean, we play down to 8%. Rather, and it usually takes about 8 or 9 hours to do so on an average size field. 12.5% will cash, but 8% will bag and move on to day 2. So everybody coming back for day 2 is ready to rock and roll. We're already below 10% of the field. We'll have the final table later that day.
I would call it. You scared me out with 60s.
It is definitely a great atmosphere. But yeah, that is a great structure. I'm going to have to look into that one, Robert. Thank you very much for the tip.
I go only for 3s.
I have.
There is no other
In a tournament, I do for sure. But cash, I might bet it.
No, I don't want anybody to call. Like, that's why. That's why.
Yeah, they're the worst. They're the worst unless you flop one. Then not so bad.
That in was like 6-4 offsuit or 5-4 suited or something. I don't know how long.
4, 5, 7. I think Joe remembers that one.
Oh, what's that?
So you gotta mix it up with low cards every once in a while. I said like 5, 7.
Did we play a 5-7 hand?
We were at the same table.
4 folds, 5 folds.
That was a while ago.
6 calls. 7 raises to 10, 8, 9 folds.
Hey, I gotta get some of my
1
money back over
calls,
there.
2 folds.
Gotta get something. I gotta get a Bill Hewer hand.
You got the Bill Hewer hand?
I think so. I've been getting Bill Hewer cards.
4 players of 4 to flop.
Yeah.
15.
1 bet 15. 2 folds. Excuse me, 3 folds. 6 calls, 7 folds. We are heads up. Six checks.
16.
1 bet 16. 6 calls.
17.
6 checks. 1 bet 17. 6
I think
folds.
my king is
Hey, spoilers.
What's wrong?
Okay.
All of those.
Gets over there.
All of those?
In the showdown numbers, MJ still at 0%. Yeah, mad respect to the guy. He's not throwing the party by any means, but when he does win hands, he does it by betting everybody out and not having to show down. Beautifully done. As we take a look, Nash has shown down the most hands out of 40. He's shown 33%.
5 calls.
Ace 10 suited in spades for Tom this time. And Tom got off to a rough start. You heard Mr. John next to him talk about a bad luck first buy-in, and since then he's really turned it around.
And 4 folds.
But he's got some competition here that's going to look him up. We're going to go 5 ways to the flop here. Way being led right now by Ace Queen. And flop comes 7, 6, 7. So Mamet ends up open-ended.
Check. Check around.
And checks all the way through. And Mamet drills it on the turn.
5 checks.
Oh no, correction. Nash drills in open-ender on the turn.
Checks.
So Nash is open-ended. Mamet's open-ended. And a couple of us other players just have some high cards to try and hit the river with.
6 folds. 9 calls. 1 folds. 3 to the river.
So 3 players left in the fray, and there's the 8. The 8 is gonna complete the straight for Mamet. But again, with Mamet having the absolute sucker end of it, I don't see him being able to raise here. He's just going to have to call and hope that his opposition is not holding on to a 10.
Right, yeah, you want me to break it down? Okay, excuse me. That's 100. 5 calls.
Mamet makes the call. Nash with just a pair of 8s at this point. Well, 2 pair, 8s and 7s.
9 folds.
Good fold, and Mamet will take it down.
You were supposed to say that to me when I called the 100.
Let's see, Rebel playing 100 King near you. Didn't pan out. All good, my friend.
What a messy board. Everything.
Joey Pigtail using a mic across the room or live commentary in their faces at the table. I am actually situated in a room just adjacent to the studio. Everything that we're seeing happened about 15 minutes ago. So I go ahead and
If I
tell you
call
what
earlier,
I'm seeing
30,
now.
if I'm going to catch my straight, I have to call it, right? There is no. I know, I wanted a 3 more than 8.
So many other hands that
I
beat you
know.
straight.
But there's
We do
more
have some
money.
very good Olympian mics out there as
We
well.
put all in.
You're right, you're right.
4 and 6.
Oh yeah, one bullet couldn't build a stack. I've been there. I have been there.
Oh, that's it. Oh, you called.
And sometimes you're just absolutely card dead.
79 to fold.
Oh no. That's the worst. That is the worst, Rebel.
2 to 15.
As Grant gonna wake up with Jacks in the cutoff. He's gonna bump it up, make it 15 to go.
No one likes a quitter, Bill.
Bill, Ace 10, and 6 players.
Quick player.
I'm sorry, Joey. Let me see if I can fix that. Has it gotten any better? Did end up pulling the microphone closer to myself after the first comment there.
2 checks. 3.
So hoping it got a little bit better for you as the flop comes ace, six, deuce, two diamonds.
Steeler.
If I have a
Bill
two, I'll
Thunder's
call you.
out in front with a pair of aces. We'll see if Grant decides to stick around, gets stubborn with the jiggities. The answer is yes. He does want to see a turn.
Heads up.
And it doesn't get too much better for Bill than that. Got trip aces now, and it's time to tax for Grant. I appreciate it, Joey. I appreciate it. Let me see what I can do, sir.
Three is all that and a call. Aces with a 10. 81. There's the 81. Thank you.
Did you have a straight on that?
No, but by the sound of it, I'd check beat him. So if he's called, I call.
So I was still the best one. So you fold.
Apologies for the technical difficulties with that microphone. Hopefully it's all fixed now.
You have a 10 what?
You should be folding anyway. I was open on this like in the beginning.
I hear you, Rebel. I've actually heard a lot of contradicting strategy of that. One of my friends lives and dies by the thought process that the day one play is going to be the most pure, no bluffing of any kind for most players, because the most important thing to most players is just making day two. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate the feedback, my friend. Was able to nail down the problem.
2 raised to 20. 3 folds. 4 folds.
Turn volume up a little even more. All right. Absolutely. Hoping it can only get better from there. The flop comes 4-4 ace. So Grant with 2 pair, aces and 4s with a 10.
1 check. 1 check. And 2 checks. 9 checks. 15. 20, that's 15.
15 gonna be the bet. The bet coming from Jay in seat 1 with just king high.
9 folds.
Grant making the raise. We'll see if Jay continues to represent the hand that Grant is holding.
115.
He will. Wow. Jay getting jiggy with it. Gotta respect the gumption here. And wow, does get Grant to lay it down. Beautifully played, Jay.
If you believe you're not pocket nines.
He's adding on. Thank you. See you, of course.
You can hear the voice of tournament director Tim Yu in the main card room. The Sunday 15K well underway. Should be just about at the end of registration at this point. In first place, they're paying out roughly about $4,800. at least a week ago. We'll see if that is accurate for this week as well.
679 check, 1 bets 15.
And we got the Houston heads up, 6 players. We end up being the real heads up situation as a jack of clubs will peel on the turn. Gonna give top pair to Tom. A flush draw has been completed for Jay. And now a tray, so a straight to go with the jack. And now let's see some blood in the water. Flush is way good, sir.
I need some of those turkey chips for Thanksgiving.
Give him aces, give me 2 kings.
Give the aces, give you kings. You'll go to the deck with those?
You want my money, I'm just gonna give it to you.
Oh, it straddles. 1 calls. 2 raises to 20.
Man.
4 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds, 7 folds, 8.
Couple of Cowboys in the hole for Grant here. Kings. He's going to bump it up, make it 20. Nash has got an ace, and he's going to stick around. So 3 players after Jay elects to stick around with his gapper and does flop 2 pair in the process. Wow.
2 bets 25.
So Grant with the over pair to the board. Nash with a lot of catching up to do. He's going to fold, and Jay going to stick around after flopping top 2. Tray of spades on the turn. Absolutely harmless card. So Grant going to need the board to pair without it being a 9 or a 7. Little does he know. For a better 2 pair, or he can hit one of the kings, either the king of diamonds or king of spades, for a set of his own.
2 calls.
And to the river we go. It's a jack of clubs instead.
And 2 calls. 2 pair.
Quick bet, snap call from Grant, and 2 pair, way good for Jay. Takes it down after flopping top 2. Boy, talk about a frustrating spot for Kings. My goodness.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And when you take a look at player VPIPs, Jay, the highest VPIP by far at 81% so far today. MJ at a mere 16%, complete opposite end of the spectrum. And looky here, Jay, the same hand, the same suits, and he's going to stick around.
4 raises to 15, 5 calls, 6 folds, 7 folds, 8 calls, 9 calls, 1 calls, and 3 calls. Got 6 players.
Doesn't flop top 2 pair this time. Instead, it's a king high 2 diamond board. High with ace 4 of diamonds with the best draw, and Mehmet with a pair of kings as we go to the turn. 4 of hearts. Gonna say the sickest card on that turn could have been the jack of diamonds. High looking for one of 9 outs and does hit an ace on the river. 2 pair, aces up.
5 calls. 2 pair, aces
And High gonna drag the pot after Mamet makes the call. So High continuing to trend in the right direction himself. Beautifully done.
Because he knew the diamonds were coming.
And if you haven't already hit that like button, now is the time to do so. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? Don't miss any action from any streaming Texas Card House location across the great Lone Star State.
C2 folds. 3 folds, 4 falls, 5 falls, 6 folds. 7 folds, 8 folds. 9 calls. 1 checks his option. 4 players. 9 checks, 1 checks, 4 checks, 5 checks. Checks turn, 9 checks. 9 checks, 4 bets, 5. 5 calls. 5 folds, 1 fold. Heads up to the right. 5 bet, 25, 4 folded.
Oh my god. I am so lucky I didn't play that hand. I had the queen, and you would have got me for a lot of money.
Oh, he done took it easy on you, Bill. Don't worry
No,
about
he
that.
would, he like, he put it all in there.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
Good. I bought in for 5,000.
Oh.
I bought in for 10,000. I bought in for 5,000.
You in bind?
Never know.
Are you in bind?
See mine open. Easy money. Easy money.
And we do have an update from the weekly 15K here at TCH Houston. With a total of 84 entries, it generated a prize pool of $16,000. With first place taking home, yeah, just about what we thought, about $4,800. $4,860 will be going to the winner. So congratulations, everybody who's been grinding away in that event.
Calling my name. Shouldn't be in his hand. But it called my name.
And 84 runners. Beautiful tournament. If you haven't had a chance to make it out for it just yet, you have been missing out. It's a $135 buy-in, optional $100 add-on at any given point in time.
$20.
And Mamet flopping this flush.
3 folds.
John can river a bigger one if he sticks around, but again, it's going to be expensive. MJ with 2 pair now. He's going to rip it.
5 calls.
Mamet, who blocks the 1-card flush draws, he's going to make said call, and away we go. MJ needing an ace or a 6.
It's going to have 2 rivers.
Looks like they're going to run it twice. 10 on the first board. 2 the second river we go. Ace or a 6? No. Instead, MJ is going to go felt. Mamet with a flop flush. Going to take down a good-sized pot. And it looks like that will do it for MJ as he disappears into the fluorescent luminescence of the main card room.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And after that, it looks like we're going to have ourselves another dealer change. So we'll say goodnight to Joel and welcome Mike into the box. And as we do so, we again will step away, but don't go anywhere. Plenty more action on TCH Live right after this.
I just want to,
Trailblazer Poker Tour, brought to you by Texas Card House. Over $2 million in guarantees. First stop TCH Social Austin on October 16th through 28th. With 16 big events. The full schedule available now.
You heard that right. Over $2 million in guarantees, all culminating, of course, in a $1 million guaranteed main event.
You liked what you saw.
And for an $800 buy-in, that is some incredible value for all you tournament folks out there. And for those who missed today's, I'll put it right back up here on screen. Again, the Trailblazer Tournament Series, the first stop will be at TCH Social in Austin. That will happen from the 16th of October through the 28th. So again, if you haven't marked those calendars, now is the time to do so. Looking forward to seeing everybody I can out there. It will be a good time, guaranteed.
You just can't say no. He's a good dude.
He said
I love to play.
He said something about passing on a family engagement. And more than likely they'd see you here. So I told him, we'll call you 3 chains on the live stream. No one will know it's you.
I get invited. Invite your family.
We spoke another table for that.
One toss. 2 players. 3 picks.
Oh no.
This one's, this one's for Matt?
5 players.
This one's for Constantinople.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Istanbul, sir.
No.
And King 7-8.
It's time to make me angry to get some chips. You know the psychology, right?
Bill's going all.
Yeah, the Greeks, the PAOK team, soccer team, were playing with the Galatasaray Turkish team in Tuesday.
When all the dust settles, it's just going to be Bill and High left fighting. Each one with a pair of 7s, but Bill coming away with 2 pair now. 7s and 6s. High still with a 7 with an ace.
They repeated history.
But mucking is that's sports. That's what you're supposed to do.
And High will find a way to jettison the hand. Bill takes it down. And alongside the normal high hand promotion, don't forget about the new Graveyard High Hand. Again, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., $500 going to be given away every night in high hand bonuses. And scan that QR code for detail. Where the art here just reminds me of that movie, The Dead Don't Die. A great movie. Absolutely fantastic movie. I stand by it. Again, coming into spooky season as well. Keep forgetting that. I mean, we're a couple days away from October at this point. Well, it really has felt like this year has just kind of flown by.
5 calls.
And after the absolute dragging years we've had in the last couple before, so I mean, I'm not complaining. It's good to have a quick one every now and then. You are getting to the point where someone's going to have to wake up the singers from Green Day, but mark those calendars for October 1st to do so. Grant with the mighty 7 deuce in spades. High with the mighty ducks.
7, 8
It's like he opts not to see a flop with him. Oh, it really, really hurts me to see the mighty ducks treated so badly. And Jay has run his stack to now just under, but was over $1,000 to start this particular hand. And the flop comes 5-5-5. Like a new face is going to join us in the 9 seed as well at the conclusion of this hand.
So this is $300 next.
Grant's going to get the job done with the mighty 7 deuce. Beautifully done, sir.
He put like $1,500 black on it. What's the matter?
And the face joining us in the 9 seed is going to be Dr. Mr. Batman. So Dr. Mr. Batman will pull the 9 seed again. MJ making an exodus after going fell. Have been informed that the name on screen is going to be a little different than what he actually goes by, but rest assured, the man in seat 9 goes by Dr. Mr. Batman. I actually talked to him in the chat for a little bit before he showed up. Glad to see you, my friend. We wish you the very best of luck.
Make your own stacks. I like the way that make my own stacks. Y'all win 300?
Yes.
I like you, sir.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know you, now I like you.
You didn't know me.
Now I know you. Now I like you.
Where's the reader? Oh, it's
Come on. So it just seems to me we're 300.
6 folds,
Show you right.
7 folds, 8 calls, 9's all in.
Sneaky. I like it. Act like you don't see the $300 raise to your left.
What? This is blind. This is blue blind.
No, I can see just fine.
You
Thank
got
you.
glasses. You're the first one I've ever seen.
Corrective lenses.
Boy, talk about wasting no time. Dr. Mr. Batman all in with 7 tray.
Let's go!
Here we
Yes.
go. Grant gonna make the call.
I know.
It's not a 2-to-1 hand.
Just don't flop me dead. Just don't flop me dead. That's all I ask. Don't
The
flop
high elects to stick around. The answer is no. So Dr. Mr. Batman all in with 7 tray. Looks like they're going to run it one time for Max Payne as the board
God. Am I dead?
fours. Wow. 2 flops in a row.
that's
To
question
the
there.
turn. It's a jack.
thank
To the
God.
river
I
we
got out
go.
for sure.
7 or a tray. No. Ace high is good.
Ace high.
So Dr. Mr. Batman goes felt in the first hand he plays. Gonna immediately come back and fire another round. So ace high takes him down.
Ace high.
I mean, yeah,
I finally have a chance to make a move there. I've been waiting so patiently at the table.
Alright, do it again.
Yeah, I am.
Till I wake up with something good.
Oh, you want to strap? Go ahead.
No.
No. Go, no, I don't want to influence the action at the table. No. Go ahead and strap.
Thanks, John.
Did I match the stack yet?
After the first 12 hours, then we go
I think he's going to be famous.
He's famous
Gonna
already.
be.
You
say straddle?
Andrew wasting no time in the chat. What was that, Dr. Batman?
Yeah, but then we got excited, so.
I know, zero
Verbal is
funny
binding.
now.
Verbal is binding.
Card's good. 6, 7
Anything.
8 calls.
150.
And here he is. Looks like he's going to go ahead and raise again, this time with 4 tray. Not for his entire stack this time. He's going to go for half of it, 150 with 4 tray. So leaping lizards, boy wonder. Dr. Mr. Batman.
6 calls.
Everyone folded?
Now has to contend with high here.
That's better. That one you last
Yeah,
time.
looks like high wants no part of it.
That would have won it all last time.
Yeah, it would have.
So the Batmobile may have lost a wheel, but it's Dr. Mr. Batman who got away.
No, you're doing fine. Gotta come back.
I mean, I'm halfway back to
It is refreshing every so often to just have someone come in who's willing to gamble. And obviously, Dr. Mr. Batman is that guy.
Mike has the touch.
Does he?
He does. He just drops it right on the side.
Card's good. 8 calls. Nine's all in.
And here we go again. Dr. Mr. Batman all in, this time with ace 10.
Let's go.
Oh boy, Bill with Snowman. He's going to make the call.
I think that's better than you. I was going to
When you would have called it.
Mamet going to fold fours.
Come on.
All right, which one do you want to
So
see?
Michael and Bill going to war here, heads up.
Let's wait till they all go out.
Okay, fast five, fast five.
Mine was king.
Looks like again, run at
no,
once
I wanted
for
that.
Max Payne.
Oh, I win.
Ace on the flop. To the turn we go. A 5 to the river.
Ace.
And a 9. So aces and 9s with a 10 will take it down. Michael able to double up through Bill.
I told you I'd get back to even.
And sometimes it pays off. But Dr. Mr. Batman comes looking to clean the streets of Gotham, instead cleans out the coffers of TCH Bill.
You're way ahead.
That is going to draw the second hour of coverage of our show to a conclusion. Again, it's been an absolute lot of fun hanging out with y'all so far. Still got about an hour to go in today's show. If you haven't already hit that like button, now is the time to do so. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? Don't miss any action from any streaming Texas Card House location across the great Lone Star State. And Andrew in the chat, maybe he will calm down now. I don't know. I really don't know. If there's one thing I know about Dr. Mr. Batman, he loves to gamble.
Y'all think I'm gonna raise?
Damn it, give me my cards back.
Three players.
9. Spades. Interesting. Ooh.
Seven checks, 8.
Oh, it's slow playing. 5 of diamonds. One pair. 5. Shit. 5's good?
Oh, straight.
You bet them nuts.
What happened?
He waited for you to hit him.
Waiting.
Yeah, I'm not dumb.
Oh, I know.
He's checking. He's
Makes
checking.
it fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll gamble like crazy, but I feel like I'm smarter than that. That's true. Is it 1-3 or 1-2?
We are at the point of the show. I do want to throw a few special thank yous out there, of course, to our executive producer, David Lagana. Big thank you, of course, to TCH Houston General Manager Alan Lee and the illustrious staff here at Texas Card House Houston. The absolute best of the best. Honored to have them as part of the show, and the best dealers in the business, the best tournament directors, not to mention the best overall card room experience in Texas.
One calls, two calls, three calls, four calls, five calls, six calls, seven calls, 8 calls.
Mamet opportunity to limp here with ace-9, and here comes Dr. Mr. Batman with 10-9 offsuit. Gone down a little bit. His raise sizing went significantly down from his entire stack to $17. And he will bring along a few friends with him. 5 players to the flop. Does end up with a gutter ball. Here comes Bill with a pair of 6s. And a chance for Bill here to pick up some dead money.
84.
I owe you.
Dr. Mr. Batman gonna gamble on a gutter ball. And now Jay with just a pair of ducks. Really don't see how he can continue any further. Is gonna make the fold, so TCH, Bill, and Dr. Mr. Batman. See what they elect to do here. Looks like they are going to go twice. Yes, twice indeed. So there's a 10. So Dr. Mr. Batman pulls out in front. Boy, talking about disappointing for the pair of deuces that was folded. But now Bill an opportunity to chop the pot with Dr. Mr. Batman. Just needs one more clean card to do so. That ought to do it. So they're going to chop it up.
Nice.
6 on the bottom, 10 on
Chippity chop chop.
Again, Dr. Mr. Batman electing to gamble. Gets away with it on the first board, but can't do it twice.
Mess up the totals. We tip the end. How we tip?
We're
As we go. It's actually quite impressive. How long do you practice that? Pitching on the stars. Is it similar to dancing with the stars? Pitching on the stars?
You should see it dance.
Ooh.
2 calls, 3 calls, 4 calls, 5 calls, 6 calls, 7 calls, 8 raise to 35.
I have to look. He's on my right, so I have position. Oh yeah, an easy call. 35.
9 calls. 3's all right. 4 calls, 5 calls.
Big black all in.
How much?
I got it.
So Bill finds a hand to do some damage with. Wakes up with aces. High's got kings. My goodness.
134 all in. 134 all in.
So the absolute nightmare scenario for High.
That's my favorite hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dr. Mr. Batman gonna fold face up with action behind him, mind you. Definitely gonna be.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Gave away a lot of information to Jay. 2 cards that really would have helped him too, but now he knows 2 of his straight outs are just gone. So Bill in a good spot to double up here.
2 boards. 2 boards.
10 cards. Can I do 10 cards here? Say again? Yeah, 1 folded, correct.
Question is Jay going to come along? No, the answer is no. So aces against kings.
First board, here we go.
Two boards. I feel like it's ace, king of spades.
So once for Max Payne, aces against kings. 10 high board.
Not yet.
I'm still ahead.
To the turn. An 8. So Bill just dodging a king to the river. And he does do so. So Bill able to double up with ace. Oh, wait, no, they are going to run it. Okay. So first board's out. Couple of 4s and a 10. 2 hearts to boot. Only heart draws the backdoor hearts of Bill. Queen on the turn. Bill again just fading a king to the river. And he does it twice. So aces hold twice. Bill gonna double up after doubling up Dr. Mr. Batman.
Pocket 9s. But I'm not calling that because I know you got kings.
You 100 back again.
Possibly. Especially when he jams over here. Get me to go in there. If he just calls, you might have got 100 out of him. I would have missed.
The hardest part was just calling $2, hoping somebody downwind does something crazy.
Thank you, sir.
Hoping? You know it's gonna happen.
And then when he did it, I was like, yes. got my money back. Now I can do another all-in blind and see what happens.
You want to go all in blind this hand? Why not?
No, I gotta see the hands.
He's got children to feed.
So do I. Look, there's always food stamps. Okay?
It's true. True.
Always government cheese.
I go in dark, you go in dark. My Matt wakes up with a hand. He felt us both.
He's not scared from you, he's scared from him.
That's how it works.
Card good. Three calls, 4 calls, 5 calls, 6 calls, 7 calls.
Ace Jack this time for Dr. Mr. Batman on the button.
Who was sleeping?
He's going to bump it up. He's going to go to 90. Talk about an interesting raise size from $2 to 90.
5 folds.
No?
Comes in playing fast and loose and gets the job done pre-flop. I mean, with sizing like that, it's going to be hard not to.
Everybody's gonna call you.
Yeah. Saw that they saw that I went all in blind at my making hand. Yeah. I'm not the smartest person. I barely graduated.
That's junk on.
I barely graduated.
That's junk on.
Hey, I got a double-digit IQ, all right? Come on.
That's perfect.
That's impressive. That you know how to walk.
I got into 2 figures. So.
That's good. 4 fold. 5 calls, 6 fold.
Can we redo?
7 ones, maybe. 8 calls, 9 calls. 1 calls, 2 calls, 3 checks.
I smoked them already.
6 players.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Two checks, 3 checks, 5 checks.
That's an
8
interesting
checks,
question,
9,
Rebel.
10, 1 folds.
Lisa, I'll answer first. I've had 2 in my lifetime. One of them playing Hold'em and one of them playing Stud 8 or better, actually. It was hard to get value with 4 parts of a royal flush showing as my up cards. I will tell you that, Rebel. I will tell you that. Thankfully, it was 8 or better, so there was someone drawing to a low. I ended up chopping on a royal flush. How sickening is that?
2 checks. 8 checks.
1 pair.
Queen. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
And the sad truth is, Smudge, a lot of players are going to go their whole career without hitting one. That's just the sad truth. I have heard a lot of players get them in video poker, though. Yes. Yeah, I was in hog heaven hitting 5 aces with deuces wild in a video poker game. High with ace queen, gonna bump things up, see who comes along for the ride. So Mehmet, Tom, High, Jay, and Nash, 5 players will see the flop. 10, 7, 8, 2 hearts. So a little bit of something for most of the field here. Top pair, top kicker, nut flush draw for Tom. Nash. Gonna be looking to hit part of his double gutter there. No, he does fold it. Mehmet gonna fold a pair of 8s. Tom, of course, gonna be making the call of 100. High gets out of the way. And heads up, we go to the turn. Five. So that would have given Nash the straight. Instead, nothing's changed. Still top. Tom gonna make him pay for it. 150. Oh, correction. No, Jay doing the betting. Tom making the call of 150. So off we go to the river. Jay with just 2 outs. He needs a 6.
River.
And he won't be able to get it. That'll complete the other part of Nash's draw. Would have had a good old-fashioned 7-card straight. All in goes Jay. Tom's going to make the fold. Wow. So Jay, the absolute tenacity, going to find a way to steal the pot from way behind. Well done, sir. This is why he's up almost $1,000 in a 1-2 game. Well played, Mr. J. Well played.
Need to call $250.
Yeah, the absolute dream right there. I'm hoping you got some value out of it.
If 9 comes, I'm better.
Rebel Poker. That's always the hardest thing to do when you got the absolute nuts, is getting value out of somebody.
Thank you.
Three calls. 4 calls. 5 players. Four checks, 5 checks.
Ace, Jack, 9, 2 diamonds.
3 folds. 4 calls, 5 calls.
Yeah, you see, that's the hardest thing to do, Rebel, is to get value out of something like that. I think the only time I've gotten value out of a straight flush, it wasn't even a royal flush. I got value out of a straight flush that I flopped when I was playing over at Talking Stick. And I was making a really silly button raise with 3-6 of clubs. Wound up flopping the 7 high straight flush, and the guy with ace 10 of clubs wound up flopping the nut flush. And I'm just calling him down the whole way in position. It was an absolute dream come true. Those, of course, were the days of, the 1-2-100 spread limit games. So I was only able to get like $500 in value out of them after raising the river finally. Goes all in, was able to take down a massive pot, which by 1-2-100 standards, I mean, anything over $400 is a massive pot. But we take a look here. Again, Mamet has this locked down and had a flush draw to go along with his jack. And now can he find a call here? Again, Jay's been running about as hot as Houston in the summer. Oh, good on you, Rebel. Good on you. Good call by Mamet.
I knew you were on a flush.
So perhaps everybody else second guessing some of the bets they folded to with Jay after that. Yeah, when you're running hot, taking them down with bluffs, why stop? I play like Batman, says Atypical Blackjack.
I can't, you're right.
It is definitely entertaining, especially in a televised game, Atypical, that is for sure. Which is why I'm also really liking what I'm seeing from Jay in the 1 seed. He's being aggressive, but he's not being a complete madman about it. He's picking good spots to make great bluffs.
Yeah, but then that poker player loses ass all the time. Just got lucky one time. That's what happened.
Feels good.
It feels good, man. You catch it, but then it doesn't feel good, man.
Yep. 3 folds. 5. Big pot. Big thing.
4 calls. 5 folds. 5. Option.
In the back of my mind, I was gonna shut, but
7 calls.
But in front of your mind said no?
in front of my mind said no.
I understand. What are the sides thinking?
But I was right. You were on a flush.
4 bets, 10. 6 calls, 7.
That's why I thought the 125 was a good
7
bet.
heads up.
If you missed your flush, you got a ten.
Yeah.
But you had a jack, so you had the run.
So ace of diamonds on the turn, so now a flush draw for Tom. The queen is going to hit the river, and wow, what a run out. Tom with good pair, kings and queens with an ace. Boy, talk about an interesting run out. I mean, flopping top pair, great, but it did not get any better and got a whole lot worse for everybody.
I think she's right. Is that her right there?
No. I think it's service. It's on the way.
Thank you.
I mean, atypical, I'm never one to judge. I really am never one to judge. I get out of line every so often, and I end up flopping the world with hands like 6 deuce, 7 tray. 4-7 is one of my favorite junk hands to see flops with too. But again, 10-7 offsuit. I will play that like aces, just like BT does. We got a couple of players with suited ace-king holdings, so 7-4 for Dr. Mr. Batman.
How much?
All in goes high after Nash jams for a little more. And now, Dr. Mr. Batman with a decision. Does he want to gamble? Up has turned his hand face up again. Again, that is not allowed on stream. So again, that's going to be his final warning in doing so. Can't do so when you're tanking.
It's a TCH policy.
House rules.
Just house rules, Doctor. Just house rules.
You didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, like just no exposing cards. Period, no matter what.
Period.
Interesting. Okay.
Is going to fold 7-4. Ironically, I was just talking about that hand and all the big pots I've won with it. But now ace-king against ace-king. I'm imagining an all-flop at this point.
It's going to be absolutely
And
amazing.
look at that. Oh, there's a 4 on the flop. And to the turn we go. Another 4. So Dr. Mr. Batman,
Right now.
not a happy camper, as he would have belted 2 players in the same hand. Instead, we'll chop it up. But again, example, Exhibit A, 7-4.
Highlight reel for sure.
You know,
It's 4-7
if y'all hadn't yelled at me,
4-7 offsuit pulls for 140 bucks.
I believe you would
You
have
made the shorts.
if we wouldn't have told him.
Oh, I
That would
wouldn't.
have been great
I
for
wouldn't.
TV right there.
You think I would have folded if I hadn't got yelled at?
I think you would have told him.
oh yeah, absolutely I would have.
I can't make an amazing internet reel when I'm getting scolded at the table, y'all. Like, come on.
You bring great shame to the family.
Damn, Batman.
What Red Bull flavors, Jeff?
We have tropical, watermelon, dragon fruit, blueberry.
Watermelon and a dragon fruit.
Oh, now you're gonna win.
Oh, yeah.
She brings you good luck.
What flavors are there?
Watermelon and dragon fruit Red Bull?
And tropical and
No.
blueberry.
Just those two.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Sugar. Service.
You don't have to call me sugar. Don't call me sugar. My wife's like to see this thing.
And right after 7-4, Dr. Mr. Batman gonna get rewarded with ace-king of the offsuit variety.
Huh? No.
Gonna bump it up to 35 under the gun. I just don't know if that was a blind raise or not. But regardless, I respect it.
Let's go, Army.
Tom with ace-queen. Gonna make the call from the button. Jay gonna make the call with 10-9, and 3 players will go to the flop. $2,400 pot with 4 high rebel. Wow, that must have been a hell of a bluff.
If they hit. If they hit.
King 8 deuce. So Dr. Mr. Batman omits the veil entirely. He's going to jam, and he'll take it down.
That's how you play ace queen.
Oh, first an ace is down.
You wanted the king queen.
Yeah, but that was 100% blind. They're checking the cameras right now. Chat is verifying that I did not touch it.
Chat is right.
Take a look at VPIPs now. Again, no surprise. Dr. Mr. Batman, the highest VPIP at 83%. Does have a smaller sample size, though. He's played 13 hands to this point. But Jay, the highest OG VPIP at 75%. Wow, 75%. He's played 63 hands so far.
Hi.
9 rings to 17.
but I got you.
One player. Thank you, Steve.
4 players along to the flop. Ace, queen, king, 2 diamonds.
Feeling some bombs.
Yeah, the boards have been very, very good, huh?
Checks on through to the turn.
Crazy cards.
There's a 5.
Eight checks.
So pairing 5s is Jay. Dr. Mr. Batman still out in front with AC Doocy.
I'll play a 5 card of high-low.
And it looks like he's going to bring 2 friends along with him as a 10 of hearts is going to hit the river.
High-low.
I'm glad no hearts there.
7.
It would have fun if there is some hearts.
Dr. Mr. Batman will take it down. And you ask Doctor what kind of doctor is he? I mean, yeah, we can ask him. I don't know if we'll get the answer while we're still on air, but I'll do my best to find out if there actually is a doctorate there. But something tells me we may not have to dig too hard to be disappointed. But we got a dealer change, so we shall step away. Don't go anywhere. More TCH live action right after this.
Take my money.
Trailblazer Poker Tour, brought to you by Texas Card House. Over $2 million in guarantees. First stop TCH Social Austin on October 16th through 28th. With 16 big events. The full schedule available now.
At least you're more.
Back to it there. Rebel Poker. Oh, I want to clarify. Okay, I was playing 5 and up. Had 4 deuce and folded trips. I don't remember the action, but I rivered quads against 2 other. Wow. Okay. Hey, Rebel, I've been on the gracious end of stuff like that, too. Most recently, I was in a tournament with Ace Trey Student and managed to get it all in on an 8-8 Trey board.
And he said there were
He ended up with 8. He had an 8. Of course, he had an 8. And he ended up turning 8s full when I ended up turning 3s full. I was dead to 1-3, and I managed to hit that 1-3 on the river for quad trays with an ace. So again, I've been there. I have been there. King 6-4, 2 diamonds on the flop. Dr. Mr. Batman and TCH Bill. Wow, all in goes Dr. Mr. Batman.
Did you say all in? All right, call.
Yeah. 9 called 27, and the 3.
Instead, no, high moves all in. Dr. Mr. Batman calls. TCH Bill moves all in.
Is the king ahead right now?
The C-Day call.
I think I'm ahead. Top kicker.
Wow.
And the 3 all in, and 9 called again.
And Dr. Mr. Batman in bad shape here. Bill in a great spot to drag a huge pot.
Alright, Steve on 5 pot. No more action.
Away we
Put a 10
go.
out there.
Twice?
Put a 10 out there.
Everybody doing 5.
Sounds like they're going to run it twice. 8 of hearts. And now Bill with flush outs to protect himself. He does hit the nut flush on the first board, so now the second board we go.
Oh, no, not again.
Heart me, love me.
And he can't do it twice.
I was there.
But Bill gonna hold twice with Ace King. So Bill is going to drag a massive pot, taking back some of the money he lost to Dr. Mr. Batman not a half hour ago.
243.
not supposed to have ace king there.
I had ace king.
Yeah, and king too, right?
Yeah. King queen.
And we are at that point of the evening. I want to throw a few more special thank yous out there. I want to throw a big thank you, of course, to the man, myth, and legend, Danny, doing the action tracking tonight, doing a fantastic job, as always. And, of course, a big thank you to all of you out there in TCH Live Nation. It is truly a privilege to be able to do shows like this for you every week. Absolutely love being a part of it. Love interacting with you guys in chat every week. Looking forward to doing it for a very long
No
time.
button
That
straddle?
part I'm good at.
Okay, I can't show my cards. I
Being
can't straddle
wise.
on the button. Am I allowed to use the bathroom?
But again, if you haven't already hit that like button, now is the time to do so. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? Don't miss any action from any streaming Texas Card House location across the Great Lone Star State.
7 rate 15.
Playing like an ER doc. Love it.
1 call, 2 call. 6 call, 4 player. One bet 20. 6 full. 7 full. 9 full. Heads up.
That is absolutely gross, Rebel. Wow.
1 bet 25.
But Dr. Mr. Batman and Jay still fighting for this pot here. Ace high, way good. We go to the river at pair of sevens.
1 bet 40. He's fired.
And Jay gonna keep firing. Will Doctor keep him honest? No, he will not. So the Doctor is out. Jay is in. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting Doc to snap him off there with ace high. Just one time for the one time.
Am I allowed to rebuy into what I had at my high point?
No, unfortunately not.
Come on, I feel like that's at least fair. Not
Believe
match
me,
the.
I would love to allow. I mean, we'd love to let that happen.
Yeah, I
This-
know.
This particular
That's
game
called
has,
the 1-3.
has a set.
I mean,
rules.
if everyone at the table agrees, it's okay, right?
Dealing
The dealer said no.
5 call.
The
One
dealer
thing's
said
on
no.
1.
10 times.
6
Yeah,
full, 7
yeah, that
full,
was
8
mean
call.
of you. You should have allowed it.
9 full.
I'm still working on digging up that information, Atypical, and so far I have not found any evidence of an actual doctorate.
5 players. 2 check, 3 check. 5 bet 6. 8 full. 1 call. 2 call, 3 full. 3 player.
That feels fantastic.
2 check.
Huh? He can take
5
it.
bet 15.
This guy knows everything. He's smart as shit.
Use magic. Make you feel good.
Go on.
Guillermo.
1 full.
I'm listening. That's it?
It's good.
7-2.
Enough.
You know what I'm at 7-2.
I show ace, so
Oh, you did?
I did.
I didn't have the kind of money it took to take Moment's money,
No.
but now I do.
You need.
Ah, he does.
Ah, you two are about even Stevens right now.
Now he's got 201.
He knows my account more than me, so
He's drooling over it, right? He's over there wiping his chin off. He's like, oh, I gotta get that.
Hi, so.
5 call. 6 call, 7 full, 8 full. 9 rate 15. 1 call.
Jay with the jiggities again. Just going to flat the raise from Dr. Mr. Batman with 5 trey. Nash has got 8s, and Nash is going to omit the veil entirely. He's all in.
One's playing or the one's dealing with it? One's playing, one's dealing
No, I would say the.
So now does Dr. Mr. Batman want to gamble with 5 trey offsuit?
I really need some ice cream here, some good food, so we can just.
I got ice cream.
Live here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes
I
or
just
no?
don't wanna
We know
order
Jay's
something
not going
on my
anywhere.
side, wait for it, like,
I know, you gotta plan ahead.
That's what I was.
Did you say?
Jay going to make the call, and Grant and Bill get out of the way. So 8s against Jacks. Looks like they're going to run it one time for Max Payne. To the turn we go. The river. And Jacks are going to hold. So Jacks get the job done.
Yeah, 5-3.
5. Yeah.
And yes, Dr. Batman would have a few pair 5s and trades.
If he wasn't, if the once he wasn't licking his chops like that.
Rebel, I will tell you, I have played that tournament many times. It is a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. It's a great trip. Even if you're just going to play, it's a fantastic room. Fantastic room. And ever since they remodeled it out there, it has just gotten so much better.
So, I get that I'm
And
not.
I remember playing in the Arizona State Championship and just watching one of the most horrifically beautiful things, which was seeing the winner of that year's Arizona State Championship, Pat Lyons, steal an entire crowd, just making the entire crowd, even if they were there for somebody else, was rooting for them. I mean, my own mother was on the rail watching and was rooting for Pat Lyons to beat me. I mean, it was horrifically beautiful the way he could control the crowd.
One bet 30. And they're gonna have another poker night.
And it's funny too because to this day, Pat Lyon's still one of my closest friends that I travel to play poker with. So the introduction was just, it was horrifically beautiful is the way that I say it. And I'm going to say that until the day I die. I really am.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, here it comes. We have to work. All right.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
You're gonna love this thing.
Hey, no farmers, man. I don't know what the hell.
Just so everyone knows, he goes by the big chicken.
The big what?
Big chicken.
I'm almost certain that's not how it works.
Good luck.
All right, take it easy.
See ya, Alex.
Just think about another name for chicken.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Stop bragging.
No. Hey, it's not bragging if it's true.
That's what I say.
Does anybody believe
If
it?
it's not true, then they're lying. It's not bragging. It's lying.
So a new face going to join us in the 4th seat. We'll get a name to go with that face in just a moment.
I got no idea.
We take a look here. Jay's still the big winner, up almost $830. Bill has crawled his way out of the hole. He's up 403 after doubling up Dr. Mr. Batman.
Build some confidence.
That.
116.
The honor right now of throwing the party now. Nash has made an exit from the table.
Big
Rebel Poker.
That's all right. One triple up, and I'm in.
I actually have no great
Hey, so I can go all in behind your
honestly.
I don't have like any wildly entertaining stories though. So it just means I gotta get out there more myself.
Good luck, Colin.
Thank you.
God, man. An aces.
It would have been a good hand for you to have, like, if you had aces this hand, which I don't know that you have or not.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I gotta see what happens downwind to me.
I got you covered. In my head, I do.
He says he's like a blanket. He got you covered.
You called him sir? Oh, he's got you fooled.
295.
So Dr. Mr. Batman all in with King 4 suited.
You
One action?
There's the Dr. Mr. Batman who started the show.
They've already yelled at me
Alright,
several
okay,
times.
okay.
He gets one more red card. It's over.
What?
That could be good. See, now it's just you and me heads up.
Boy, and John, a hand that absolutely dominated him.
I was live.
Yeah, he's going to show everybody his for wound, too.
I had it over to you before.
Oh, sorry, Rebel. I was saying that I don't really have any great stories from Foxwood, at least from my own experience, which really means I should probably get back out there, too.
My name is
CC.
It's been a minute since I've been to the Northeast to play, though.
Don't talk to him.
You know,
I'm paying you right now.
Big
Don't
poker
talk to
circuits
him. You
go
can
up
talk
there
to
anymore.
anyone you want at
but
this table. Just don't talk to him.
do miss that travel up there.
Give me like $10. I'll toss it
I've been to
in. Y'all have
Florida
a long
enough for one
conversation.
lifetime, but that's where everybody keeps hosting poker tournaments, so I'm going to
I'm so sorry?
keep going to Florida. But
Oh, okay. I know. Okay.
On TV.
You listen here?
kind of
It's a
weird.
live. No, you can't take it. After this guys, you can't take it.
Oh,
I
okay.
really put it in before the shuttle was live, but
do this.
it's in there.
Okay, so that's for 10 seconds or 5 seconds?
Okay. Cool.
What do you do?
I honestly don't remember.
You bet 100.
Well, yeah, for sure I bet 100. I just don't know if it was a straddle. You can feel it in your bones, buddy. You can feel it in your bones. See,
What's
right
your bones?
now,
It's
they're
definitely
just
your
talking
bowels.
so much shit. They're like, he was so far ahead, he had him absolutely dominated and crushed. Huh?
Get your card, sir.
Can I what?
Five full. Big full. Continue looking at card.
Oh, that's the discipline. I know, discipline, great discipline.
No, I hit the best time. I should have called him about this one.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I got it.
Can't do nothing.
We all for that. 99. $1 change.
99.
All right, 2 boards, right? Good luck, boys.
Yes.
99 feeling fine.
Stealing some of your luck.
What did I have?
I hit A7.
yeah, watch is Dr. Mr. Batman. He's gone out.
We have no
But
idea who's
no,
winning.
it is going to be the wheel on the first board. So
No! I mean, your
Going
ace high may
to
be
the
good. I
second
don't
board.
know.
This is straight.
Yeah, I see that. But just the ace high may be good.
the 4 needs a 9 or a tray, and he can't do it. Dr. Mr. Batman. Gonna double up. I mean, double up high. That
My A7 is gonna.
Hey, Steve, there you want to trade seats? We swap seats?
Yeah, you know, I mean, as somebody who's been traveling a lot more recently to play, I mean, for a while, I was the same sort of way. I was kind of just stuck in Nevada playing, and I've been able to broaden my horizons a little bit more, you know, as I've further honed my skills. I plan vacations around big poker tournaments now, and it's a lot of fun, yes. I mean, when you get out here to Texas, Rebel, it's a whole new world of poker. All I can say is get ready, because you're going to leave here absolutely baffled of some of the things you see. But when it comes to the Portland area poker scene, you know, the clubs out there, the Portland Meadows, or even the new I don't want to say resurgence, because it really wasn't one to begin with. I'll use it anyway. The new resurgence of poker at places like Little Creek Casino, Emerald Queen Casino in Washington State. I mean, that poker scene is changing, and I'm excited to see just how evolved that poker scene can get too.
No, because we only have 300.
Oh, they won't let you?
I said my chicken's too big.
I get changed.
Two
I
boards?
get changed.
Wait, pop twice two
Oh,
boards.
Dr. Mr. Batman again finds himself all in
Okay,
and eliminated.
fuck it, ribbon. I got this one for you, and I got this one for you. This message, you get two.
Oh, the what? And Mr. Batman.
How dare you?
Let's
You
go,
happy now?
Abel. What top pair? Imagine
I don't know if
that.
I am either.
To the
What about
turn.
now?
There's chop outs. And no chop
I
outs.
called you.
5-4
Seven is gonna play.
I called you. Oh. Get fucked.
That works. That works.
It does play.
Man. Who's your
Thanks,
favorite
man.
dealer? Who's your favorite dealer?
Hey, CC, this was for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Work it, work it.
Can I buy 3 stacks of red from Cinema? Yeah, from you.
Just play.
You want 100? You got it. Yeah.
Hey, so you want to let you buy your $5,000?
No. That's not even clear. That's not even clear. That's fine.
Yes, Rebel, that is true.
2 full, 3 full.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, I'm not going to try and create a profile of a Texan poker player, but we do have a lot of Dr. Mr. Batmans out here. Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm winning this one.
83. Call, 83.
Maybe not.
1 call.
Man, you didn't call. I get in there and get dirty.
So Jack Trey, all in is Dr. Mr. Batman. Jay going to make the call with King 10 student. Let's see if he can lose 3 in a row. 3 in a row all ins. The flop comes. Wow, he flops 2 pair. Look at that. Wow. Able to get it done. Put some salt on the wound, too. And Jay's going to river a pair of 10s.
Oh.
So Dr. Mr. Batman able to double up. Wow. Really? $100 cap on a 1-3 game at Hustler. Wow. I mean, our cap for 1-3 out here starts at 1,000, and then after the game's been going, you can match
Hey,
the
if he doesn't get back
stack.
in time, can I strap? Or no?
Our 1-2 no limit games are capped at 300.
Just checking.
At least here at Texas Card House, they are. Can't really speak for much else in Texas outside of TCH. I mean, even the 1-2 no limit in Austin, actually, now that I'm recalling, is capped at 500.
I'm capable?
I mean, it's true what they say, Rebel. Everything is bigger than
Money, you sneaky motherfuckers. Hold on, am I allowed to curse on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
And I do say that Texas is probably the one state in the country where you can make a living playing 1-2 no limit.
8 call, 9 call. 2 full, 5 full.
But I really like the Texas chip protector. That's nice.
Alright, let's take
Max, where you got it?
Made in Vegas, kiosk.
All right, here we go again. Dr. Mr. Batman has never met 2 cards he's not comfortable taking the showdown.
I'm going once. I feel like
And now is all in against the Queen Jack of J.
light on cash. I gotta feed my kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no problem. I gotta feed my dog.
60-40. Not a bad spot for Jay, but still a lot of ground to make up.
Tax return. He's got like roughly the equivalent of a litter.
And Jay out flops him. To the turn, there's a king, and now the river, another king. So Dr. Mr. Batman able to double up again.
68.
Moving on up to the east side.
Interesting. You get a 50% extra option if you go felt. I like that. I do like that. Gives you a chance to get more of your money back right away should you find yourself in a gambling mood. Yeah. That is the thing here about this 1-2 game you're watching and the 1-2 no limit games in the main card room here at TCH Houston. It is a hard cap at 300. you could have just lost a $1,400 stack in front of you. You can only buy back in for another $300.
I'm starting to like you now, but I think
Yeah, you were there.
I remember playing in California, like the bicycle club, playing the 2-no limits with the $100 caps, and I mean, people are just firing all in blind for a while in that game, so they can build up a little stack that they want to play with.
Yes and no, thank you.
I need time, please. The straddle on 4. 5 full, 6 full, 3 full, 8 call.
I'm over 300. All right, I'm gonna do this many.
9 raise, 21. One call. 2 full, 3 full.
I genuinely hope you win.
Mama,
Not
mama
you. I
ain't
hope
no
you
bitch.
lose.
I'm getting you good dirty.
You're going to lose.
No. I hope you both lose.
Well,
I hope you
that's
lose
just
less than this guy. But I wish you both the worst. Oh, of course.
That's all right.
That's exactly why I wanted to lose.
Yeah, she's waiting for it. He's getting a hint.
Action here. Check.
4 check.
Oh shit, check.
9 check. 1 bet 20.
I think I'm gonna let you have it.
4 full.
I have a pair.
That is true, Rebel Poker, as we check back in with our heroes here. Dr. Mr. Batman with a pair of ducks. Jay has got himself a gutter that, if hit, would give Dr. Mr. Batman 2 pair.
My God, the slowest.
Good 9 full.
What are you talking about?
It is true. I will say that when I do go to Vegas, I don't really spend a ton of time in those 2 particular poker rooms, Rebel.
This isn't speed dating,
But
right?
when I do go to Vegas, the stakes they usually play are 5-10 no limit, or probably 5-5 pot limit Omaha.
What's the
at that point?
$12.
It is a lot of fun out there. But again, the 5-10 no limit out here in Texas plays like 25-50 everywhere else in the country.
Five call, 6 full, 7 full, 8 call, 9 call, 1 call, 2 call, 3 call.
Going up. 22.
4 raise 22.
Wasn't Jackie Robinson
1
22?
call.
Or was it 24? No, 42. 42. Thank you. 42.
Wow.
So I fucked up a raise. I'll just raise 20.
Boy, nobody wants out of this hand. This is Texas poker right here.
No respect. I raised 20. Oh, he raised 20.
So everybody and their grandmother coming along to see the flop. Not true. There's just 6 players. Just 6. Jack 8-8. So Grant out flopping everybody.
Action.
You've done 4 check, 5 check.
Oh yeah, I don't have any of that.
1 check.
And now time for Grant to put out a feeler bet. What's my name, Rebel? Oh, I'm Wes Tucker. I keep you guys company on Thursday nights here,
Check to see if I got
as
wood.
well as occasionally filling in doing some of these 1-2 streams as well. But again, if you haven't checked out those Thursday night shows, now, I mean, if you enjoyed watching this one, come on through on Thursdays. The 2-5 no limit action is insane.
I couldn't.
Joker, you play like 3 hands.
All right, double up this hand.
We do want to throw some more thank yous out there. Of course, everybody who's been hanging out with us this evening.
You know that one.
John?
Has been a whole lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in, especially here on a Sunday. We know that we're competing with football games. The fact that there's still a bunch of you watching this and listening to me talk makes me feel fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. But again, we run a couple of shows a week out of here. Again, make sure you tune in on Thursday for the 2-5 No Limit. And don't forget to check out the other streaming locations of Texas Card House as well. And some fantastic action as always coming out of the big game in Dallas. They are playing some great higher stakes poker at the new Austin studio. And that Austin studio is absolutely beautiful.
I got out. Boom.
King, Jack, 7, 2 clubs.
Three.
So a pair of jacks and a club draw from Mamet. An ace is going to give Dr. Mr. Batman the lead here, and he's going to bet it. A little feeler bet of $10.
No. Pair the board.
He's got 10 out to do it, and he'll do so. Wow, and talk about a terrifying river as Dr. Mr. Batman with trip aces is now staring down the barrel of Mamet's rivered flush. All in goes Dr. Mr. Batman. All in for 281. Called by Mamet, and Dr. Mr. Batman goes felt again. Wow. The worst possible river for the man in C9.
That ace on the river is dirty.
It wasn't dirty enough, see, but if I had $2,000.
That's why we don't have those.
Yeah.
You can't buy the stack?
No.
Not at all?
Talk to this man right here.
Yep, rivered flush there from Mamet takes down the trip aces.
You got 1-3, you can do all that. No, like generally speaking, you just buy the stack. Whoever's the high stack,
absolutely brutal river. I think we get the same result with the deuce of clubs on that river as well.
It's for the Knicks. It's like for your I mean, not the Knicks.
To make it an ace almost seems just beyond insulting at this point.
Look, I'm at the same table, so I would be the net as well.
Doesn't mean it's not fun.
No, I'm having a blast.
Since you won.
I didn't want shit yet. I'm down 5. Let me get up 1,000 and sure. I'm having
Bill with the Mighty Ducks. Deuces. Deuces never loses, my friend.
I just don't trust it.
But again, Dr. Mr. Batman making it 100 to go with Jack Trey. He doubled up on that hand not too long ago.
Can you be the ace?
As Tom's going to fold his Jack 4 face up.
What was it? No, show off.
We're not allowed to show our cards, sir.
Go with Jack 3, so
Jack deuce?
I think Jack 3.
Well, I have just been handed the unfortunate news from production. This is going to be our final streamed hand of the evening. Again, if you haven't already hit that like button, subscribe, do so now. Here's hoping the last hand is as entertaining as the entire stream has been so far.
Excuse me, sir. You already done it. It has been done. Did it? Done did it? It did done it.
Get to a high Jack 4 suited, like he wants to stick around. Batman looks like just blind raising with 9 tray offsuit. Trey deuce for Jay. Oh, Rebel, it's okay. Again, tune in on Thursday. I'll be hanging out with you all night for the 2-5
Not
game.
this hand. Not this hand, but I am coming for it.
And plenty of action on TCH Live. If you've missed any of it, oh my goodness. Tom's all in with aces.
Let's go. 3 oh, sorry. How much do you have?
No, normally play them. I like these.
Dr. Mr. Batman pretty much priced in. And away we go. Aces against 9 Trey. One time for Max Payne. King, king, queen. Not what he was looking for. Another queen. A king or a queen to chop? No, it is the aces and kings with a queen. There is pretty much a stream every night of the week, either here on the sister channel or on the PCH Live main channel. But again, tune in on Thursday for the TCH Houston 2-5 no limit. But plenty of action elsewhere. If you've missed anything, everything's also available as a video on demand on both YouTube channels. So that'll about wrap everything up here on behalf of our executive producer, David Lagana, and of course the entire staff here at TCH, our action tracker, Danny, doing a fantastic job. Again, from all of us, I am Wes Tucker. We will see you next time.